everybody, my name is Rachel Smith. I'm 20 years old and I'm from North Carolina, and in less than 2 months I'm going to be moving for the first time ever to go work at Walt Disney World. So yes, I am going to work at Disney World, which is kind of mind-boggling to me that that's even a thing, but I'm gonna be there and it's so soon that I'm kind of like internally like freaking out. But I'm just really pumped at the same time. I am going to be participating in the Disney College Program for the Spring Advantage semester of 2018. I'm pumped. I will be there from January 29th through August 2nd, unless I choose to extend, in which case I would be there for the rest of the year. And I am just really excited. I'm probably gonna say that probably at least like 20 times in this video. So I guess this is just going to be kind of a intro video to this channel. For those of you who don't know, and I don't know why any of you would know, but I have another YouTube channel called Rachel EJ Beauty. I haven't made a video on there in forever. I just kind of stopped. But I did YouTube for like 6 years consistently. So this is kind of familiar for me, but it's going to be very different because I have vlogged before, but never like, you know, just had a vlogging channel, which is basically what this is going to be. I plan to, you know, share my experiences with all of you because I know that when I was, you know, learning about the Disney College Program, all I did was watch vlogs, and all I do now is watch vlogs of people on the program, and yeah, just amazing things. And I can list some of my favorite vloggers down below, some of which who have done the program in the past and some of which who are on the program now, which is just awesome. So yeah, I guess I want to tell you guys a little bit about why I wanted to do the Disney College Program and how it all came about. So I want to say that I discovered the Disney College Program when I was like a junior in high school, and I love Disney, you guys. I love it so much. I have a Mickey Mouse tattoo. Disney has just always been a big part of who I am, and a big part of my family. And so yeah, it's just always been, you know, something that I've wanted to do since I found out about it. So when I graduated high school, my dad and I went to Disney World, and I, you know, tried to spot out as many CPs as possible to talk to them about their experiences, if they liked it. And everything that I've heard from CPs that I've met while visiting the parks has always been positive. And so I automatically knew I was going to apply, but I ended up taking a year off after high school, so I had to wait, because you have to have been in college for at least 1 semester prior to even being like, you know, eligible for the Disney College Program. So college freshmen can apply like their first semester because you wouldn't actually begin to participate until the 2nd semester. So I took a year off after high school, and then I started college in the fall of 2016, and I applied. I was immediately put into submission and got NLIC'd, I think, on like the last day. So I applied again January of this year. Again, directly put into submission and stayed there until like the last day. And then this year, or this semester, August of 2017, I applied again the day applications dropped, and was again put into submission. And, you know, I was never overly discouraged. I mean, probably like the first time I was like really bummed about it, but like after the 2nd time and the 3rd time I was just like, okay, like whatever, one day like it'll happen for me. Like it's all gonna work out, you know, how it's supposed to. So yeah, like I said, got put in submission, and I just figured, you know, it's whatever, it'll happen when it happens. And the whole thing like leading up to this is like, this year has been really like kind of honestly like crappy for me. It hasn't been like the best year friend wise, and just like there's just been a lot of things this year. And so like I was in a place where like I just really needed something to like happen for me. On September 19th, actually like have like this whole day is like just burned in my memory. I was doing the dishes. My kitchen's right back there, as you can probably tell. I was doing the dishes and I saw just like, I get like email, you know, alerts sent to my phone, as most people probably do. And it popped up and it was like, thank you for applying. And I was like, oh, okay, like this is probably, you know, my NLIC email, because I had already received, you know, you automatically get like a thank you for applying email after you do your initial application. So I opened the email and it wasn't an NLIC email. It was just a repeat of the thank you for applying email, which I had applied would have been almost like a month prior. So I was kind of confused. I was like, I don't know why I got another one of these. So I was like, I'll just check my dashboard, and I noticed that my status moved from applied to under review. And I was like, okay, I don't really know what that means. So I went on the Facebook group and everybody was talking about how there was like this big wave of like people being pulled out of submission. And I was like, okay, like don't freak out. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna post on the Facebook group. And I was like, okay, I got moved to under review. Like, does anyone know what this means? And somebody commented like almost immediately and they were like, you're gonna get the web-based interview. And I was like, okay. And like, I was like starting to like freak out. And then I was like, are you sure? And they were like, yes, you're gonna get it. And like, sure enough, like as soon as like we were commenting back and forth, like I got the web-based interview and I immediately started bawling. And I called like my friends and my mom and I was like, I got the web-based interview, which is like not even like like an acceptance. So I don't know why I freaked out that much. But my mom was like, okay, well like don't take it right now because you're like freaking out. And I was like, no, like I have to go take it. So I hung up with her. I pulled it up on my computer and I was like, okay, I can do this, like I can pass this. And I was so nervous about it. So I started taking it and it's like split into several different sections, and you know, I'm just like going through all the questions. I'm like, okay, it's all good. And then I get to the section where it's like the question would be like, well, I'll just tell you the actual question. The very first question was, I am always friendly. And then you rate it from strongly disagree to strongly agree, and then there's like disagree, agree, and then neutral. And I was just like, I guess I just didn't read the responses clearly. I basically put that I strongly disagree, that I'm always friendly. And I realized it as soon as I clicked to the next question, and you can't go back. So I was automatically like, great, well, I just failed because Disney doesn't want somebody who says that they're not always friendly. So I like was just really bummed for the rest of the web-based interview, because I was like, well, there's no way that I'm gonna pass it if I answered that question wrong. Like that's like one of the biggest things Disney wants, is somebody that's friendly. So yeah, I was obviously like freaking out, but lo and behold, I finished the interview and you immediately find out whether you pass or fail that, and I passed. Started crying again. I'm a very emotional person. Started crying again and called my friends and my mom again, and I was like, I passed it. I've got the phone interview. So I scheduled my phone interview for 2 days later on the 21st. It was a Thursday, and I scheduled it the earliest one, I think, or maybe it was the second. I scheduled it at 9 o'clock in the morning. Which most people would probably be like, why would you want to do it that early? But I knew that if I did not do it early, that the entire day of the web interview, I was going to have the highest anxiety of my life waiting for it to happen. So I was like, I'm just going to do it early. I'm going to get it over with. So I typed up probably about 10 pages of notes. All of the roles that I had put that I had interest in, I copied and pasted all of the descriptions from the Disney College Program website. And then I watched a ton of interview videos and read a bunch of blogs with potential questions, and I took some of the questions that I really felt like they're probably going to ask this, and I went ahead and typed out like potential answers to those, so that way I wasn't just like so I typed out like potential answers. I typed out questions to ask my interviewer. I typed out just like everything. I felt really prepared. So that morning, like I woke up, I put on my Mickey ears, I was freaking out, and my call came in at 9:02 and it was 28 minutes long. My interviewer's name was Linda, and as soon as I hung up, I was like, I just felt so like peaceful. I felt so confident in my interview, which is like not normally how I feel after interviews, because I feel like I can sometimes be like a really awkward person. I'm a really outgoing person, but I was so nervous for this interview. But as soon as I just like got going, I was like, no, like I know I can do this. I love Disney, and as long as she can tell that I love Disney, like I feel confident. And as soon as I hung up the phone, I was like, I am totally gonna get this, which I know sounds like really bad, but I was just so confident in my interview and how I presented myself and how energetic I was and like the conversation that we had. So I just felt really, really good. But then, of course, came the waiting game. So I interviewed on a Thursday, so the odds that I would find out on a Friday is not very likely. And then, of course, you have the weekend. And so Monday rolls around, and the DCP recruiters on Twitter are saying that there's not going to be a wave until like the middle of the week. So I'm like, great, I'm going to have to wait. So of course, like after a couple days, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get in, blah, 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 even though there hadn't been a wave, but it's just like, you know, your mental self is like, oh, I'm not going to get it. I've been waiting for like 2 days. So Wednesday rolls around, and I know that there's a wave happening that day. So I start to see that they're sending out offers, and I'm like really nervous. I actually took a Disney class this semester, so I'm sitting in my Disney class like, oh my god, like let me find out. I keep checking my email, and after my Disney class is out, I'm get out of class and I'm walking to the cafeteria, because this semester I had like a 4-hour gap in between classes, and I commute, and so I live too far away to go home, so I would just go to the cafeteria and like hang out and watch Netflix and whatever. So I call my mom, and I'm like, oh, like I'm so nervous, like they're sending out waves, I don't know what to do. And so she gives me this full, I would say probably like 5-minute speech while I'm walking to the cafeteria. It's a pretty long walk from where my class was, about if you don't get in, I don't want you to be discouraged, I don't want you to be depressed, like it's okay, you know, you can always try again. Like this huge speech. And I'm like, yeah, like I know, I want it so bad. And she was like, I know you do, I just don't, you know, like I don't want you to, you know, be so crushed if you don't get it. And I was like, yeah, like I know, I understand, like I know I'm gonna be sad if I don't get it, but you know, I'll get over it and I'll just try again. So I hang up the phone with her, and I'm getting ready to walk into the cafeteria, and I'm like looking at my phone, and I see this email pop up with the headline, congratulations. And I was like, this is literally my reaction. Okay, there's so many people all around me, and I'm like, and like I immediately start crying, and so I walk into the cafeteria because I'm like panicking. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I call my mom back, and she's like, what? Like, what's wrong? We just hung up. And I was like, I got in. And she's like, what? And I was like, I got in. I was so emotional. Like everybody around me was probably like, oh my God, I don't know what is wrong with that girl. And so I like walk into the cafeteria, but the way my school is set up, the cafeteria is on the top floor, and on the bottom floor there's just like a lot of common space and like a little market and the school post office. So I just don't go up the stairs to the cafeteria, because at that point I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. So I'm just walking like randomly, and I'm on the phone with her, and I'm like, I just got in. And she's like, well, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know, just walking. And she's like, well, what's your role? And I was like, I don't know, I haven't looked yet. So she's like, well, go look. And I was like, okay, hold on, I gotta go to the cafeteria. I had to go get my laptop out to look. So I like walk up the stairs, I get my ID card out, and I scan. I'm like shaking, giving it to the lady. I'm like, here's my ID card, I just got into the Disney College program. So she scans it, I go find a table as fast as possible, and I'm like, Mom, my laptop's not loading. So I'm like trying to find out, and I like log in. I was like, I got merchandise. I knew I was gonna get merchandise. I just had a feeling that I was gonna get merchandise. So that's basically how it went. And I did have a feeling I was gonna get merchandise because 99% of my work experience is in retail. So I had a really strong feeling that I was gonna get that. And basically I hung up with her, and I called everybody else I could possibly think to call, and I just sat in the cafeteria that day and cried. And that was the 27th. So I had my web-based interview on the 19th. I interviewed over the phone on the 21st, and I found out on the 27th. So I didn't even wait a full week, which is a really short amount of time to wait. Some people wait months and months, so I realized that I was like really lucky to find out that soon, which is honestly probably good for me because I have very high anxiety, and I probably would have like, I don't know, gone crazy if I wouldn't have found out. So I immediately, you know, started looking for roommates, and I have found some amazing roommates, and I am just like praying that it all works out, that we get to room together. We've got Abby, Courtney, Megan, Gabby, and Elizabeth, and me. And we're really hoping for a 3-bedroom, 6-person apartment. Abby and I are actually planning to actually to room together. She's from Louisiana. She's my homie. And all of my roommates are just like so nice, and I cannot wait to meet them. We're like from all over, which is awesome. Gabby and Megan have never tried sweet tea before, so I can't wait to like make that for them. I'm just like thrilled, you guys. I am thrilled. So yeah, that's basically the story about how I got into the DCP and all of that jazz. So yeah, it is December 2nd. I am leaving on January 27th. And it seems so far away, but at the same time, like, it's so close, and I feel like I have so much to do. But I'm one of those people where, like, if I have too much to do, I just don't do any of it. But like, I'm going to be gone for 10 days. I'm going to Washington to visit family. So that cuts, you know, almost 2 weeks out of my time to prepare. And I'm planning a going away party. And I just have so much to do before I leave. But I'm so, so excited. And I am planning on, you know, filming like my packing and stuff that I'm buying. And just a lot of really fun stuff. And then, of course, lots and lots of vlogs when I get there. I am planning on doing like an announcement video of where my location is once I find that out in my apartment complex. And I just cannot wait, you guys. I am so thrilled, and I'm so excited to bring you on this journey with me. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be an amazing time, and I think I'm still in shock. But yeah, I know this video has been so long, but I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys will subscribe, because I am planning on posting so many more videos. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video, you guys. Bye!